Hey, my name is James Dixon. I hope you are well. Now, this video, I'm going to talk about the average rent has just hit a record high. What does that mean for property investors? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Make sure you stick around to the end because I'm going to cover the good, the bad, and the ugly on this new record high. Now, this channel is all about my investment journey, and I want to invite you along with me on that journey. Now, times are turbulent at the moment, and so there's no better time to really get an understanding on what you should be doing in today's market. We're also building a portfolio for my two girls. Georgia, who's 21. We've done 2 deals so far. You can see all the behind the scenes on this channel, and we're going to build a portfolio for my little baby Emily as well. So do join us on the journey together by taking that finger of power, spinning it round, smash that subscribe button over there, guys. Do it right now. Smash the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to get notified of all the new content as and when it comes out. So rents have hit record highs, but how high is rent at the moment? Well, the average rental price is insane, right? This is the average across the UK, £1,162, which is up year on year 11%. Oh, can't even do a percent sign, which is around about the same as inflation, right? And that is really putting a burden on a lot of families now. And so as a property investor, potentially it's good because it means that you're going to make more money, and you have to take into consideration that your mortgage costs are going to significantly rise in the next few years if you have a mortgage, right? Also, you've got the energy performance certificates, which the government are forcing property owners to get up to a level C by 2025 to be able to rent their property out. So there's going to be significant costs to landlords at the moment. Now, the thing that's driving this is the anti-landlord stance that the government has had over the last few years. So you've got something called Section 24, which means you can't write off the payments from your mortgage as a tax. Whereas normal business owners, if I'm a normal business owner as well as a landlord, if I have a cost, so say for example, I buy some stock, maybe I buy, for example, some Apple Watches, and I sell those, I've only got to pay tax on the profit, whereas landlords have got to pay tax on everything now. So that's driven a lot of individual landlords out of the market. Now, you can get around that by investing in a limited company. Problem is, if you bought these properties 10 years ago, where this was never a thought, then that means that you could be stuck paying considerable amounts of money. So a lot of landlords are leaving. And that's the biggest problem, and why rent is going up. It's not so much inflation, it's that landlords are leaving the market in droves. Now, when I put content out like this, some people will just look at the title and they're going to comment below and say, you know what, landlords should be driven out of the market. They shouldn't be allowed to profit off buildings and stuff like that. But, you know, if the landlord isn't the person to do that, it's going to be a bank. For example, Lloyds TSB are currently looking to buy 50,000 UK properties. And I'd be certain that I would rather have a landlord owning my property than Lloyds TSB, right? I'm sure they're going to give a better service than the landlord if you get a good landlord, right? Now, that is the biggest problem here, is there is not enough rental stock. So how can we overcome that? Well, the government need to help landlords out and make it not such a bad thing to be a landlord, not make landlords be so vilified, and make sure that they want to invest. Because if we can get more properties on the market as rentals, this will drive this price down. And I don't think that that's a bad thing either. I think the government must support landlords, and we've got to regenerate. We've got to build more properties as well, because it's the lack of supply than anything else. And you'll see this. So we Georgia, my eldest daughter, depending on how long you've been watching the channel, we bought a property at auction in Doncaster, right? We bought it for 60 grand. We refurbed it pretty quickly. We put it on the market and it rented out in 4 hours. 4 hours, right? Which is insane. Like 4 hours that property rented out. And the estate agent had multiple inquiries. In fact, they were flooded with inquiries for that property. And that's where the problem lies. There is not enough stock. And so where this gets really problematic though, is if you're a landlord and you rise your prices too much, then you may get someone that's willing to pay that. But the problem is, can they afford it in the long term? And I think what's going to happen is there are going to be tenants that have overstretched themselves to get a property because there wasn't much on the market. And soon, with the cost of living biting even more, with inflation expected to rise even more, with credit card debt is going to be higher, the actual interest rate that you pay. All of these things compounding an incoming recession means that maybe they're not going to be able to pay that. Right? And so that's what you've got to consider as a landlord. Is it worth raising your rates so they're unaffordable just so you make a few quid now and have a problem in the future? You see, with my properties, I have no properties at all that I've raised at 11% this year. Not one. Not one of my portfolio have I raised at 11%. I have had one property, which is the highest, that we raised it by 5%. And that's because that rent was massively behind on the old market rate, let alone the current market rate. It's still massively rented out below market rate. That's a real consideration here. You should look after your tenants. You should be a great landlord, and they will respect you for that. If you don't put the price up by 11% and you let them know why, that could be a very, very good tenant for a number of years, and you can build some great reciprocity here and trust with your tenants. Not everyone as a landlord has to be a bad person. Not everyone as a landlord is a bad person. There's some very, very good landlords out there that are very, very kind. At the end of the day, though, you are in this to make money. So that's my thoughts on it. I'd say put your rents up, but don't price people out the market. The only time that we will put our prices up to market rate is if a tenant leaves and we're going out to the market as a new prospect. Existing tenants, we're looking after them. We are increasing the rent, of course, but we're doing it at a much lower rate. Some people 2%, 3%, depending on where the property is and where the market value is on that property today. So that's my thoughts on it. I'd love to know your thoughts. Be kind in the comments on this one though, guys. Do comment below and let me know your thoughts. Do like the video, please. That really helps me with YouTube. Make sure you go and check out some of the other content on my channel, including this video right here.